So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Darren from Games, bringing, as you can see before you, an updated Fur Hire deck profile. Now of course Fur Hire's got this brand new card, Philo, from Dark Neostorm. This card's actually really good because it helps extend your combo play in the sense that basically during your main phase you can special summon one monster Fur Hire from your hand, except itself of course, but then if a monster Fur Hire is special summoned to your field while you control this monster except during the damage step, target one monster Fur Hire in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but place it on the bottom of the deck if it leaves the field. So you can only use the effect once per turn. Now the whole reason this is so good is because there are a couple of other Fur Hires that allow you to discard. It is a late gamer, it can help you revive your combos and some of your cards as well, should you need it to, and it just helps extend that little bit more. If you don't know what Fur Hires do, they basically flood the board like no tomorrow. They are very good at that. The one thing they kind of lack is a decent powerhouse that pushes through everything, but they do have obviously a main deck boss monster and a extra deck boss monster in Folgo, Justice Fur Hire. So I'm going to take you through the profile, show you what we've got and explain why we've got it as we go. So let's start with the main deck. Of course we've got 3 of the brand new card, Philo. Like I said, it helps extend your combos. It's very useful in the deck as well. So you need to kind of play it free. It's only a rare, so you can pick that up nice and easy. Next up, we've got Triple Beat Bladesman of the Fur Hire. Again, most important card in the main deck itself. This is the Searcher. All the lower level Fur Hires share the same effect, that you can special summon a monster in addition. And then this one lets you search out a Fur Hire card. We've then got Triple Seal Strategist of the Fur Hire. Again, same kind of explanation with the rest. Because it's a lower level, it helps extend the board going off. And then this one is, if it's special summoned to your field while you control this card, you can target one Fur Hire monster in the graveyard and add it back to your hand. Triple Dumper, again, very good to help extend your plays. This one deals with face-up cards. So if a monster Fur Hire is special summoned to your field while you control this monster, you can target one face-up card on the field and destroy it. And then we've got Double Recon. Recon deals with set cards. This can become more relevant in the upcoming format if Mystic Mind's going to be more of a played thing. But then you've got to remember is you have to out Mystic Mind first before you can start dealing with set cards. So, but again, Recon is very good in helping extend the board. Double Helmer. This is the, if a Fur Hire is special summoned while you control this card, you ditch one, draw one. Double Bravo. This one is if another one is special summoned, all of your Fur Hire monsters gain 500 attacks. So you want to make this your penultimate one. So you want to make this your penultimate special summon to then special summon out one of the boss monsters. And we play 2 Raphael, 1 Dinah, and 1 Wiz. There we go. So Wiz negates spell and traps. So these are the boss monsters. They don't allow you to then special summon additional Fur Hires, but what they can do is they all have each individual effect. So if this card is special summoned, you gain 500 life points. For each monster Fur Hire you control with a different name. So that's very good if you run into time. The alternative one to this is, which is very rare that you play it, is Sagita. This one basically burns your opponent for 500 for each Fur Hire you control, but Whis has the additional ability of when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can discard one card Fur Hire, negate the activation, and if you do, it just negates the activation, sorry, it doesn't destroy it. Dinah, again, is very good. So if this card is special summoned, you can banish cards from your opponent's graveyard up to the number of monster Fur Hires you control with different names. Now, obviously, this is only really good if you're going second and they have a lot of revival cards. So, I mean, for example, going up against Salamangrates, you can banish their cat so that they can't protect their cards on the field. And you've got a lot of plays to go through there. This card, so this one is once per turn, monsters your opponent controls cannot target monster Fur Hires you control for attacks except this monster as well. It's a nice 2500 kind of boss monster protector. And then Raphael, the champion Fur Hire, obviously is the best boss monster in the deck. So if it's special summoned, you can excavate the top cards of your deck up to the number of Fur Hire monsters you control with different names except himself. And if you do, add one of them to your hand. Also shuffle the rest back into your deck. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you discard one card Fur Hire and negate the activation. So when he adds a card, it's not just a Fur Hire card, so you activate the top 3, or top 4, top 5, whatever you've got, or top 5 if you've got an extra month, if you've got Folgo. And then you get to add any card you want. So you can add into your hand traps, you can add into any of your spells to help extend your plays, you can add whatever you want. Finish off the monsters, we've got Triple Ghost Ogre. This can be any hand trap you wish. You know, Ash, Bells. If you want to play Veilers, they can be Veilers as well. If you've got the money, you can put Thanos in here. That kind of just gives you an additional main deck Saruja, just to kind of fix your hand up a little bit should you need it. Onto the spells, Triple Mayhem Furhire. So this is a quick play, which is what makes it very, very important. So you target one monster Furhire in your graveyard, special summon it, but you can only activate once per turn. The best thing is, if your opponent clears your board, or if you have Furhires in the graveyard, you can set this card and then activate this, and then you can start chaining your Furhire off of that. So you bring the Furhire back, that effect will then trigger, so whether it be a pop, whether it be a Raphael Negate, whether it be a banish from the graveyard. So it turns into basically like a spell trap, which is very, very good and a nice bit of disruption for the deck. Triple Call by the Grave. Triple Pot of Extravagance. This deck does not rely on the extra deck as heavily. If you don't have Extravagance, you can easily put in Desires in here. But the whole point of Extravagance is that you get rid of your extra deck rather than your main deck to increase your chance of having the Furhires in hand. We've then got double Instant Fusion and one Monster Reborn. The Instant Fusion is for Thousand Eyes and Millennium Eyes. These are there so that you don't get hand trapped. So the worst thing that can possibly happen to your Furhire is, let's say for example, you normal summon your beat, your opponent effect vaded you. That stops you dead. You need to be able to continue your plays off. Now your opponent, if they're smart enough, will hit you the first Furhire you put down, because that stops the chain going off. That's where you need Call by the Grave, or of course you go Instant Fusion into Millennium Eyes, and that really slows your opponent down. It also gives you an additional monster to go into Saruja with as well. I do apologise for the different sleeves. I'm doing loads of deck profiles today, so all of these are bouncing around, or these 3 cards in particular are bouncing around different decks, and they're alongside the next ones as well, which is Rhoda, Reasoning, and the last one of course is Furhire, Training for Hire. So Training for Hire is quite good as well, because it's an additional trap that you can search, and then if a face-up monsters or monsters Furhire card you control is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, you target one of those monsters, special summon one monster Furhire from your deck whose level is lower than that target's original level. Again, that then triggers your special summon ability, or the ability of that individual Furhire that you bring out. Even more so when you get the level 1, because you bring the brand new level 1 out, that can then bring back one from the grave, and then that one can then trigger as well. So it turns into a 2-for-1 kind of offer with the Furhires. Now onto the extra deck. Again, quite straightforward and simple on the extra deck on this one. If you have more money, you can put more money into the deck. You can start playing more hand traps. You can, like I said, Extravagance over Desires, Thanos over Ogres, anything you really want. But when it gets to the extra deck, we play it quite short and simple. So you've got the Saruja, you got your Borreload, you got your 2 Folgo, which again is incredibly powerful. So it's 3 monsters with different types. Cannot be cannot be used as link material. If this card is link summoned, you can special summon one monster Furhire with a different type from the 3 monsters used for the link summon from the deck in Defense Edition. If a card or cards your opponent controls is destroyed by battle or card effect, draw 1 card. Then if you control 3 or more Furhire with different names, draw 2 more cards. Only use the effect once per turn. Now obviously you have Furhire cards that can pop cards on top of that, or you're just going to run over your opponent with a 2400 beater. We do have the 1 decode if you need more of a powerhouse. It's rare that you'll go into decode, you're probably going to go more into Folgo, but of course if you do want to go into decode, you have the ability to do so. You've then got the 1 Lamphalinkus, the 1 Nightmare Cerberus, the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and the 1 Link Karibo to come off of your Thousand Eyes and your Millennium Eyes. Very rare that you'd want to do so, but it is just in case you've got no other way that you want to go into Link Karibo. What you've got to remember as well is if Link Karibo is in the graveyard, you can tribute off the level 1 Furhire to bring Link Karibo back. That then gives you additional protection. If you do have a bit more money, or you want to go down the route of the Orcus, you can easily put an Orcus engine in this deck, because all Orcus really need is the ability to get into a Nightmare Cerberus or a Nightmare Phoenix. So 2 monsters with different names. You go into the Nightmare Cerberus, you tribute out this Nightmare Cerberus, go into the Mermaid. Mermaid's effect then goes off to ditch 1 to bring out the level 7 Orcus. You then link those 2 together, go into Galatea, and then you use the graveyard effect to go from there, and it goes absolutely ham. So if you want to dilute the Furhires, you can put that in there if you want to make it a bit more competitive. However, it is still a very good and powerful deck. The last 3 cards is just any rank 2 you want, any rank 3 you want, and any rank 4 you want. As you can see with these two, I've gone with Protection for my own cards, and then of course I've gone Tornado Dragon because it's probably one of the better rank 4s right now because I still want my effects to go off, so Baguska isn't the best choice. These are just any choice random you want, and again the extra is not that important. You can easily get rid of these if you want to put anything else in. It is just there for now for 15 cards to mill off of Extravagance. Other than that, it is the ability to flood the board with your Fur Hires, so you just need high level or high link rated monsters to push your plays further forward. The main important one, of course, is Folgo, and that is going to do the job for you as well. Anyway, that is it for the Fur Hire deck profile. Just as a skeleton, by all means build on top of this if you want. You can go more first turn heavy if you want to go more traps and protection. You can go more second turn heavy if you want to increase your chances of getting the different Fur Hires onto the board. Flood your board with your Fur Hires, link them away into a big boss monster or like Boral Sword, then bring out more Fur Hires and then extend the plays even further and then go in for the kill. But for now, that is it for the Fur Hire deck profile. I hope you liked it. I hope it gave you a couple of ideas for your own version. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Dan here from YUGIOH. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.